I was making some coffee, doing a little brainstorming down here. I was just gonna show you sort of the process when I'm trying to brainstorm, come up with some ideas, and prepare for like YouTube videos or even blog posts. So let me get some coffee and then I'll explain what's happening. Okay, so it's pretty easy to see what we have going on here. You can also tell that I'm just working in my kitchen on the countertop. And what we have is note cards, just sort of at a high level. So forming a mastermind group, running a mastermind meeting, my favorite SEO tools, the 1,000-day rule, which is by the Tropical MBA. Next we have why not do drop shipping, and then business ideas. And the deal is, as I'm brainstorming, I'll just write down the main idea on the note card. And I do this in various ways. The note cards aren't super important. I just happen to want to try and work this way instead of sitting in front of the computer, right? These are sort of like the titles or the headlines of what we're working on. And then after I get those out, so those are the main, 6 cards that are out here right there. After I have that, I grab, post-it notes here again, and then I just write sort of like an outline of how it would work. You could do this on an app, right? So I used to use an app quite a bit called Workflowy, and it's an outlining app, and it sort of helps you get out of the way of like tools and stuff and just use an outlining sequence, right? Use an outlining tool, and this is sort of the same way. You don't want to go too deep, and I just sort of lightly outline how I can guide the discussion. There's a couple like main points. I think that it's pretty well summarized, but basically I need to go and do some research before I get into it. This is just a great way to outline content. It's super cold outside today. You can hardly see, but it's either 1 or 0 degrees, maybe negative, and the wind is blowing really hard. So it's super cold. That's why I'm sort of still bundled up in here. I just came inside. So content, it used to be a big problem for me because I would try to write a paragraph or write something, and I would try to make it perfect as I was going on. So what would happen is I would write the first sentence, then go back and change the first couple words, and then write the second sentence. And as I kept going, it was just moving so slow. So I would write half a page or so, and it would take me, 2 hours. But for me, it's much better to like get the ideas out of my head, and then I could evaluate and process them later. So writing out these ideas on note cards and post-it notes, it limits your space. If you're using a marker, you can't write that many details. It's just helpful to get out the main ideas and then go back and add the details. In fact, I know that quite a few people, when they're like coming up with an idea for a book, they'll go back, they'll add more details, and they'll edit along the way after they get the ideas out. The problem, especially for someone like me, if I try and edit before I'm writing things down, it sort of like stifles my brain activity, if that makes sense. Like I can't come up with as many ideas if I'm like going in a slow pace. So if I could speed up a little bit, get the ideas out, and I did all these post-it notes and stuff in like 8 minutes or so. It was super fast. I was writing as fast as I could, and it's pretty much a guide. I just need to go back and get more information. Now, what could I do to improve it now? If I would have done the research ahead of time and just had like, say 3 post-it notes with the main ideas from the 1,000-day rule, well then I wouldn't have to go and do research. So the ideal way to do it is have your inputs and your research done ahead of time, and then when you're outlining and brainstorming, then you don't have to go back and find other material and that sort of thing. But I did pretty well in this specific case, 5 out of 6. Well, that's not too bad. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And here's the question of the day. How do you do your outlining? Do you put things out? Do you use note cards like this? Do you enjoy working analog with paper and pencil? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to check out the comments too, because some of the best suggestions and ideas are from the Niche Site Project community. I'll just show you how cold it looks out there. Super cold, it's just crazy. My name's Doug Cunnington. I'm the founder of Niche Site Project, and I write about Amazon affiliate stuff, productivity, and project management. Let's get to the brainstorming.